Just because things are difficult right now does not mean they will always stay that way. Many people judge your future based on your current situation, but they forget that life moves in seasons. The struggle you are experiencing today is not permanent. It is only a chapter, not the whole story. What people see right now is not the final version of you. Many great success stories began in seasons of confusion, pain, and uncertainty. The reason your next season will shock people is because they are judging your future by your present. They do not understand that preparation often happens in private places where nobody is watching. Before promotion comes preparation. Before visibility comes isolation. Some of the most important growth in your life happens when nobody is applauding you. People often think success happens overnight, but they do not see the years of discipline, faith, and patience behind it. The hidden season is where character is built. It is where strength is developed. When the right time arrives, the world will only see the results, not the process. Many people interpret hardship as failure, but struggle is often training for something greater. Just like athletes go through intense workouts to prepare for competition, life puts you through challenges to strengthen your ability to handle the blessings that are coming. If everything were easy, you would not develop the resilience necessary for your future success. Your current difficulties are shaping you for a season that will require greater strength, wisdom, and confidence. The most powerful transformations usually happen quietly. While others are distracted, you may be building habits, improving your mindset, and strengthening your faith. People tend to underestimate progress that happens behind the scenes. They assume that because they cannot see your growth, it does not exist. But when the results finally appear, they will be surprised because they did not realize how much work you were doing when nobody was paying attention. One of the biggest reasons your next season will shock people is because many of them counted you out. Some doors closed in your face. Some people rejected you. Some opportunities disappeared. But rejection does not mean your story is over. Sometimes rejection is simply life redirecting you toward a better path. The door that closed may have saved you from something that was not meant for your future. You cannot step into a new season while holding on to everything from the previous one. Sometimes growth requires releasing certain habits, environments, or relationships. Letting go can feel uncomfortable because it means leaving behind what is familiar. But holding on the past can prevent you from stepping into the opportunities waiting ahead. Your next season will require a stronger, wiser, and more focused version of you. The way you think about your life influences the direction it takes. If you constantly believe that nothing will change, you will limit your own potential. But when you begin to believe that a better season is possible, you start making decisions that align with that belief. Confidence creates momentum. Hope fuels persistence. The shift in your mindset may be the very thing that unlocks the next chapter of your life. Many people make the mistake of believing that their present situation is the final definition of their life. They look where they are right now, the struggles, the disappointments, the lack of recognition, and they assume that this is all their life will ever be. But life does not work that way. Life moves in seasons, and every season has a purpose. Just like winter does not last forever and storms eventually pass, the difficult moments in your life are temporary chapters, not permanent identities. Your current season may feel heavy, it may feel slow, confusing, or even unfair. You might be working hard and seeing very little progress. You might be giving your best effort while others overlook you. You might be doing everything you can just to keep moving forward, yet the results you hoped for have not arrived yet. In moments like these, it becomes easy to believe that nothing will ever change. But the truth is that your present situation is simply a snapshot in time, not the final picture of your life. Many people judge others based on what they see right now. If they see struggle, they assume failure. If they see delay, they assume weakness. If they see you in a place of preparation, they assume you are stuck there forever. But what they fail to understand is that growth often happens in places that are not visible. Some of the most powerful transformations take place during seasons when nobody is paying attention. Think about how a seed grows. When a seed is planted, nothing visible happens on the surface for a long time. From the outside, it may look like nothing is changing. Someone looking at the soil might even assume the seed is gone, but beneath the surface, roots are forming. Strength is developing. The foundation for future growth is being built in silence. And when the time is right, that seed suddenly breaks through the surface and begins to grow into something strong and visible. Your life works the same way. Just because people cannot see your progress does not mean progress is not happening. Just because your breakthrough has not appeared yet does not mean it is not coming. There are seasons when life is quietly preparing you for something greater than you can currently imagine. History is filled with people whose early seasons looked nothing like their future success. There were individuals who were doubted, overlooked, rejected, or underestimated. At one point in their journey, people believed they would never accomplish anything significant. But what others did not realize was that those difficult seasons were shaping their character, strengthening their determination, and preparing them for opportunities that had not yet arrived. Sometimes your current season is where resilience is built. It is where patience grows. It is where you learn lessons that will later become the very tools that help you succeed. Without those lessons, the next level of your life might not be sustainable. The challenges you face today may actually be developing the strength you will need tomorrow. Another important truth about seasons is that they always change. No matter how long winter feels, spring eventually arrives. No matter how dark the night becomes, morning eventually appears. Life is constantly moving forward, and the situation you are in right now will not last forever. The key is to keep growing even when the results are not immediately visible. Many breakthroughs happen after long periods of preparation. From the outside, it might look like success appeared suddenly, but the reality is that years of quiet effort led to that moment. What people call an overnight success is usually the result of countless unseen days of discipline, persistence, and faith. Your current season may be teaching you lessons about perseverance. It may be helping you develop emotional strength. It may be shaping your perspective so that when opportunities arrive, you are able to handle them with wisdom and confidence. These lessons are not wasted. They are investments in your future. Hidden seasons are not meaningless seasons. They are training grounds. They are the places where character is developed, where patience is strengthened, and where your mindset is shaped. These are the moments when you are learning how to keep going even when there is no applause, no recognition, and no visible reward for your effort. It is easy to stay motivated when people are encouraging you, when your progress is visible, and when others are cheering you on. But the true test of commitment happens when you must continue moving forward without those things. When no one is praising your work, when no one is noticing your effort, when it feels like you are growing in silence, hidden seasons require faith. They require the ability to trust that your effort matters even when the results are not immediately visible. They require the strength to believe that preparation is happening even when life feels slow. Many people give up during these seasons because they mistake silence for stagnation. They assume that because nothing dramatic is happening, nothing important is happening. But in reality, the hidden season is often the most important part of the journey. Think about how foundations are built for large buildings. Before the structure ever rises into the sky, workers spend significant time digging deep into the ground and strengthening the base. From the outside, it might look like nothing impressive is happening. People may walk by the construction site and wonder why progress seems slow. But the builders understand something important. If the foundation is not strong, the structure will not last. Your life follows the same principle. Before greater opportunities arrive, there must be a strong internal foundation. That foundation includes discipline, humility, patience, emotional strength, and wisdom. These qualities are rarely developed in moments of comfort. They are usually formed during quiet seasons when life forces you to grow from the inside out. Hidden seasons also remove distraction. When you are not constantly seeking approval or attention, you can focus fully on becoming better. You can refine your skills, strengthen your mindset, and develop habits that will later support your success. In hidden seasons, you are not performing for people. You are becoming the person capable of handling greater responsibility. Sometimes the hidden season also protects you. If certain opportunities arrive too early, you might not be ready to manage them wisely. Sudden success without preparation can create pressure that many people are not equipped to handle. The hidden season gives you time to grow strong enough to carry the weight of what is coming. Another powerful aspect of hidden preparation is that it builds authenticity. When you grow privately, your motivation becomes deeper than simply impressing others. Your growth becomes personal. It becomes part of your identity. You develop habits and strengths that remain with you even when no one else is watching. This type of preparation produces confidence that cannot be shaken easily, because when the time finally comes for your work to be seen, you will know that you earned that moment through consistent effort and dedication. There will be times in the hidden season when you feel overlooked. You may wonder why others seem to move ahead faster. You may question why your progress feels slower than expected, but comparison can distract you from the unique path that is unfolding in your own life. Every journey has its own timing. Some people experience early recognition while others spend longer periods developing in private. Neither path is wrong, but the hidden path often produces deeper strength and greater resilience. In hidden seasons, your character is tested. Your patience is tested. Your commitment to your goals is tested. These moments reveal whether you are pursuing growth only for attention or because you genuinely believe in the purpose of your journey. The people who continue working during these quiet seasons often surprise everyone later. When their breakthrough finally appears, others may think it happened suddenly. They may say things like, that success came out of nowhere, or that person got lucky. But those who went through the hidden season know the truth. They remember the time when no one believed in them. They remember the effort that went unnoticed. They remember the moments when they had to keep going even when they felt alone in their journey. Those quiet moments were not wasted. They were shaping the strength, discipline, and wisdom that would eventually support their success. Many people misunderstand the role that struggle plays in their lives. When difficulties appear, the first instinct is often to assume that something has gone wrong. People begin to question their path, their abilities, and sometimes even their purpose. They wonder why life feels so heavy when they are trying their best to move forward. But what if the struggles you are facing are not meant to stop you? What if they are actually preparing you? Struggle is often misunderstood as punishment, but in many cases, it is actually training. It is the process that strengthens your ability to handle the future that is waiting for you. Just like athletes must push their bodies through intense workouts before they are ready for competition, life often pushes individuals through challenges that build endurance, resilience, and inner strength. Consider how physical training works. When someone goes to the gym for the first time, lifting weights feels uncomfortable. The muscles feel weak, the movements feel difficult, and the body becomes tired quickly. But over time, the same exercises that once felt impossible begin to feel manageable. Strength develops gradually because the body adapts to the resistance it faces. Without that resistance, the muscles would never grow stronger. Life struggles work in a similar way. The challenges you encounter are often building strength in areas of your life that you may not even realize yet. Difficult moments force you to develop patience. Obstacles teach you problem solving. Disappointments strengthen emotional endurance. Every challenge contains a lesson that adds to your ability to face future opportunities with confidence. One of the most powerful transformations that struggle creates is mental strength. When life is easy, people rarely develop deep resilience. Comfort does not demand growth, but when circumstances become difficult, your mindset is challenged. You are forced to choose whether you will give up or keep moving forward. Each time you decide to continue despite the difficulty, you strengthen your inner determination. Struggle also reveals parts of your character that might otherwise remain hidden. During easy seasons, it is simple to feel confident and positive, but real character appears when things do not go according to plan. How you respond to pressure, failure, and uncertainty reveals the depth of your perseverance. Sometimes people wish they could skip the difficult seasons entirely. They want the success, the opportunity, and the recognition without experiencing the struggle that usually comes before it. But without that preparation, success can become overwhelming. Opportunities often bring responsibility, pressure, and expectations. Without the strength built through struggle, those responsibilities can become difficult to manage. One of the most fascinating things about personal growth is that much of it happens quietly. It does not always come with loud announcements, dramatic changes, or immediate recognition. In fact, some of the most powerful transformations in a person's life occur during periods when very few people are paying attention. These quiet seasons of development are often overlooked, misunderstood, or underestimated by others. People tend to judge progress based on what they can see. If someone receives a promotion, launches a successful project, or achieves a visible milestone, the progress becomes obvious. It is easy for people to recognize growth when the results are public and dramatic. But not all growth looks like that. Many of the most important improvements in life take place internally, gradually shaping a person's mindset, habits, and character. Quiet growth is the type of progress that happens behind the scenes. It is when someone begins waking up earlier to work on their goals. It is when someone starts reading more, learning new skills, or developing stronger discipline. It is when someone chooses to improve their mindset and manage their emotions better and become more focused on their purpose. These changes might seem small in the moment, but over time they create powerful transformation. The challenge with quiet growth is that it often goes unnoticed. When people do not see immediate results, they assume that nothing is changing. They look at a person's life and believe everything is the same as it was before. But what they fail to realize is that transformation rarely happens all at once. It is built through consistent effort over long periods of time. Think about how habits shape a person's life. A single positive habit might not seem significant on the first day or even the first week. But when that habit is practiced every day for months or years, it begins to create noticeable change. Over time, those small daily decisions accumulate into meaningful progress. What once appeared small becomes something powerful. Quiet growth also requires patience. In a world that celebrates instant results and quick success, it can feel frustrating to work hard without seeing immediate outcomes. People naturally want validation that their effort is making a difference, but growth that lasts often requires time. The most sustainable forms of progress are usually built slowly and steadily. Another reason quiet growth is underestimated is because it does not attract attention. People often celebrate visible achievements, but overlook the process that created them. They may admire the final result without realizing how much work was invested long before the success became visible. They see the outcome, but not the preparation. This misunderstanding sometimes leads to the belief that success happens suddenly. When someone finally reaches a breakthrough, others might describe it as luck or a sudden opportunity. They might say things like, that happened so fast, or they came out of nowhere. But what they are actually witnessing is the result of quiet growth that has been happening for a long time. The reality is that many people spend years improving themselves before their progress becomes visible. They invest time in learning, practicing and refining their abilities. They develop discipline and focus while others are distracted. They build skills and strengthen their mindset during moments when nobody is watching. Rejection is one of the most difficult experiences people face in life. It can feel deeply personal, discouraging, and sometimes even humiliating. When doors close in front of you, when opportunities disappear, or when people say no to something you believed in, it is easy to feel like you have failed. Many individuals begin to question their abilities, their worth, and even their future after experiencing rejection. But rejection is not always the negative outcome it appears to be. In many situations, rejection is actually redirection. It is life moving you away from paths that were never meant for your long-term growth and guiding you towards something better suited for your purpose. While rejection may feel painful in the moment, it often plays a critical role in shaping the direction of your journey. When people face rejection, the immediate reaction is often disappointment. A job opportunity may not work out. A project may not receive approval. Someone you trusted may walk away. These moments can feel like setbacks because they interrupt the plans you had imagined. You may have invested time, energy, and hope into a certain path, only to watch it suddenly close. However, what many people discover later in life is that some of the doors that closed were actually protecting them from situations that would not have helped them grow. If every opportunity worked out exactly the way we planned, we might remain in places that limit our potential. Sometimes rejection pushes us to explore new directions that we might never have considered otherwise. Think about how many great stories begin with rejection. Writers whose books were turned down many times before being published, and entrepreneurs whose early ideas were dismissed before they eventually succeeded. Individuals who were overlooked for opportunities that later led them toward paths that suited them far better. These stories remind us that rejection does not define your future. It simply alters the route you take to get there. Rejection can also be a powerful teacher. When something does not work out, it often forces reflection. You begin asking important questions. What can I improve? What can I learn from this experience? What direction should I explore next? These questions encourage growth, helping you become stronger and more prepared for future opportunities. Sometimes rejection highlights areas where improvement is needed. It may reveal skills that need development or perspectives that need adjustment. While this can feel uncomfortable, it ultimately helps you grow into a more capable version of yourself. Instead of seeing rejection as proof that you are not good enough, it can be viewed as feedback that helps guide your progress. Another important aspect of rejection is that it builds resilience. When everything in life goes smoothly, people rarely develop the ability to handle adversity. But when you experience rejection and continue moving forward despite it, you strengthen your determination. Each time you recover from disappointment, you become more confident in your ability to handle future challenges. Rejection also filters out opportunities that are not aligned with your true purpose. Not every opportunity is meant to be part of your journey. Some paths may look appealing at first, but ultimately lead from the direction that is best for you. When those paths close, it can feel frustrating at the moment, but it often clears the space for something more meaningful to appear. One of the most challenging parts of personal growth is learning that moving forward often requires letting go. Many people desire change, progress, and success, but they underestimate the emotional and mental adjustments that come with stepping into a new season of life. Growth is not just about adding new opportunities or achievements. It is also about releasing the things that no longer serve your future. Letting go can be difficult because human beings naturally become attached to what is familiar. Familiar environments, habits, relationships, and routines create a sense of comfort and security. Even when those things are not helping us grow, they can still feel safe simply because they are known. The idea of releasing them can create uncertainty and fear. However, growth rarely happens while holding tightly to everything from the past. Just as a tree must shed old leaves to make room for new growth, people often need to release certain parts of their lives and in order to move forward. This process is not always easy, but it is often necessary for transformation to occur. Sometimes it requires letting go of old habits. Certain habits may have once felt harmless. Over time, they begin to limit your progress. Habits such as procrastination, negative thinking, or avoiding challenges can quietly hold you back from reaching your potential. Letting go of these habits means developing new patterns of behavior that support the future you want to build. This type of change requires awareness and discipline. It means recognizing when a behavior is no longer helping you and choosing to replace it with something more productive. At first, this shift may feel uncomfortable because it disrupts routines that have been in place for a long time. But over time, these changes create space for better habits to develop. Growth can also require letting go of limiting beliefs. Many people carry beliefs about themselves that were formed during earlier experiences in life. These beliefs might include thoughts such as, I am not capable enough, I will probably fail, or opportunities like that are not meant for someone like me. While these beliefs may feel real, they often act as invisible barriers that prevent people from exploring their full potential. Letting go of these beliefs means challenging the assumptions you have about your own abilities. It means recognizing that past experiences do not permanently define what you are capable of achieving in the future. As you begin to replace limiting beliefs with more empowering perspectives, your confidence gradually grows. Another area where letting go becomes important is relationships. Not every relationship in life support personal growth. Some connections encourage progress and provide positive influence, while others may drain energy or reinforce negative patterns. Recognizing the difference between these types of relationships can be difficult, especially when emotional bonds are involved. Sometimes growth will creating distance from environments or relationships that consistently hold you back. This does not mean that those people are necessarily bad, but it may mean that their mindset or behavior does not align with the direction you are trying to move. Choosing to prioritize your growth may involve setting boundaries or shifting the amount of time and energy you invest in certain connections. Letting go can also involve releasing past disappointments. Carrying unresolved frustration, regret, or resentment can weigh heavily on a person's mind. When attention is constantly focused on past mistakes or unfair experiences, it becomes fully engageable with the opportunities of the present. Growth requires the ability to acknowledge past experiences, learn from them, and then move forward without allowing them to control your future. This process does not mean forgetting what happened, but it does mean refusing to let those experiences limit the possibilities ahead. One of the most powerful forces influencing your life is your mindset. The way you think about yourself, your challenges, and your possibilities plays a significant role in shaping the direction your life takes. Long before results appear in the physical world, they often begin in the mind. Your thoughts influence your beliefs influence your decisions, and your decisions ultimately influence your outcomes. Many people underestimate how deeply mindset affects their future. They focus only on external circumstances, opportunities, resources, while overlooking the internal perspective that guides how they respond to those circumstances. Two people can face the exact same situation but produce completely different results simply because they interpret the situation differently. For example, when one person encounters a challenge, they might see it as proof that they are not capable enough. They may immediately begin doubting themselves and questioning whether they should even continue trying. Their mindset convinces them that the difficulty is a sign that they should stop. As a result, they withdraw from the challenge and miss the opportunity to grow through it. Another person might face the same challenge and interpret it differently. Instead of seeing the obstacle as a sign of failure, they see it as part of the process of improvement. They understand that challenges are normal steps in any journey toward growth. This perspective motivates them to keep learning, adjusting, and moving forward despite the difficulty. The difference between these two outcomes is not the challenge itself. It is the mindset used to interpret it. Your mindset shapes the way you respond to setbacks, opportunities, and uncertainty. When you develop a mindset that believes growth is possible, you begin approaching life with curiosity and determination rather than fear. You become more willing to try new things, take calculated risks, and persist even when results are not immediate. Mindset also influences how you view your own potential. If you constantly tell yourself that you are limited, incapable, or unlucky, those thoughts begin to shape your behavior. You may avoid opportunities because you assume you will fail. You may hesitate to pursue goals because you believe success is meant for someone else. However, when you begin to shift your thinking and believe that improvement is possible, your actions start to change. You begin exploring opportunities that you once ignored. You become more willing to invest time in learning new skills. You approach challenges with the belief that effort can produce progress. This shift in thinking gradually transforms the path your life takes. Another important aspect of mindset is how it shapes your response to time. Many people become discouraged when progress appears slow. They expect immediate results and lose motivation when success does not arrive quickly. A growth-oriented mindset, however, understands that meaningful achievements often take time. Instead of becoming frustrated by slow progress, a strong mindset views each step as part of a longer journey. It recognizes that every small improvement contributes to a larger outcome. This perspective allows individuals to remain patient and focused even when visible success has not yet appeared. Mindset also affects how you handle criticism and doubt from others. Throughout life, there will be moments when people question your goals, your ideas, or your direction. If your mindset depends entirely on external validation, those opinions can easily discourage you. But when you develop a strong internal mindset, you become less dependent on outside approval. You are able to listen to feedback thoughtfully while still maintaining confidence in your vision. Instead of allowing criticism to stop you, you use it as information that helps refine your approach. Many people talk about success, progress, and breakthroughs as if they are sudden events that appear out of nowhere. From the outside, it often looks like someone woke up one day and their life changed. But when you look closely at most success stories, you will notice something important. The breakthrough did not happen suddenly. It was built slowly through discipline. Discipline is the ability to continue doing what needs to be done even when motivation is low. Motivation is powerful, but it is often temporary. It can inspire action for a short period of time, especially when you feel excited about a new goal or idea. However, motivation alone cannot sustain long-term progress. There will always be days when enthusiasm fades, when the journey feels tiring, or when results seem far away. This is where discipline becomes essential. Discipline keeps you moving forward on the days when motivation disappears. It is the quiet decision to keep working even when nobody is watching. It is the commitment to your goals even when progress feels slow. Discipline transforms good intentions into consistent action. Many breakthroughs in life are not the result of a single dramatic effort. They are the result of repeated small efforts carried out over long periods of time. Each day of disciplined action may seem small by itself, but when those days accumulate, they create powerful momentum. Consider how habits are formed. At first, a new habit may feel uncomfortable or difficult. Waking up earlier, learning a new skill, exercising regularly, or focusing on long-term goals requires effort and adjustment. In the beginning, these actions may feel inconvenient because they disrupt familiar routines. However, discipline allows you to continue practicing those habits until they become natural parts of your life. Over time, the behaviors that once required strong effort begin to feel normal. The discipline you practiced gradually transforms into lifestyle patterns that support your growth. One of the most powerful aspects of discipline is consistency. Consistency means showing up repeatedly, even when the results are not immediately visible. Many people abandon their goals too early because they expect quick results. When progress does not appear as quickly as they hope, they lose patience and move on to something else. Disciplined individuals understand that meaningful progress takes time. They focus less on immediate outcomes, more on the process of improving each day. By committing to consistent effort, they gradually build the skills, knowledge, and experience necessary for larger opportunities. Discipline also helps you manage distractions. Modern life is filled with interruptions, entertainment, and competing demands for attention. Without discipline, it becomes easy to spend time on activities that feel comfortable but do not contribute to long-term goals. Developing discipline allows you to prioritize what truly matters. It gives you the ability to focus on meaningful work even when distractions are available. This focused effort increases productivity and allows progress to happen more efficiently. Another important benefit of discipline is the confidence it creates. Each time you follow through on your commitments, you strengthen your belief in your own reliability. You begin to trust yourself more because you know you can stay consistent even when challenges appear. This confidence becomes a powerful source of motivation. When you know that you have the discipline to continue working toward your goals, you feel less intimidated by large challenges. You understand that even big goals can be achieved through steady, disciplined effort over time. Patience is one of the most difficult qualities to develop, especially in a world that constantly encourages speed and immediate results. Today, people are used to receiving things quickly, instant messages, instant answers, and instant access to information. Because of this environment, many individuals begin to expect the same speed when it comes to their dreams, goals, and life progress. When things take longer than expected, frustration begins to grow. However, patience plays a critical role in protecting your purpose. Not every opportunity is meant to happen immediately, and not every dream is meant to unfold quickly. Some of the most meaningful accomplishments in life require time to develop. Patience allows the process of growth to unfold naturally, ensuring that you are fully prepared for the future that is waiting ahead. Many people become discouraged because they believe they are falling behind. They compare their progress with others and feel pressured to achieve results quickly. When they see someone else succeeding faster, they begin to question their own journey. But comparison often ignores an important truth. Every path has a different timeline. Some individuals experience early recognition, while others spend years developing quietly before their moment arrives. Neither path is better than the other, but the slower path often produces deeper strength, greater wisdom, and stronger character. Patience allows you to remain committed to your journey without feeling pressure to rush through important stages of growth. Another reason patience is so valuable is that it allows time for preparation. When opportunities arrive too quickly, people may not yet have the skills, maturity, or mindset needed to sustain them. Success without preparation can sometimes create pressure that leads to mistakes or instability. Patience ensures that when the right opportunity arises, you are ready to handle it wisely. During waiting seasons, many things are happening beneath the surface. Skills are developing, experiences are shaping your perspective, and lessons are strengthening your understanding, even when progress appears slow from the outside. These internal changes are preparing you for greater responsibility. Waiting seasons can also teach valuable life lessons that would not be learned in fast-moving environments. Patience encourages reflection. It allows you to think carefully about your goals, your values, and the direction you want your life to take. instead of rushing from one opportunity to another. Patience gives you the space to grow intentionally. Another powerful aspect of patience is that it protects you from making impulsive decisions. When people become impatient, they often accept opportunities that are not aligned with their long-term goals simply because they want immediate results. They may rush into choices that seem promising in the moment, but later realize those choices lead away from their true purpose. Patience helps prevent these situations by encouraging thoughtful decision-making. Instead of reacting quickly to every possibility, you learn to evaluate opportunities carefully. You begin to ask whether a certain path truly supports the future you are trying to build. Patience also strengthens resilience. When you are willing to stay committed to a long-term goal despite delays, you develop the mental endurance necessary to overcome challenges. Each time you remain focused during a waiting period, your determination becomes stronger. You begin to understand that progress is not always measured by speed, but by persistence. Another important lesson patience teaches is trust in the process. Many great achievements require time because they involve multiple stages of growth. Skills must be refined, relationships must be built, and experiences must accumulate. Each stage contributes something valuable to the final outcome. From the outside, waiting may feel frustrating, but from a broader perspective, it may be ensuring that everything comes together at the right moment. That people who learn patience often discover that the timing of their breakthroughs makes sense in hindsight. They realize that certain experiences were necessary before their opportunities arrived. They recognize that the waiting period helped them grow into the person capable of handling what eventually came their way. While impatience focuses only on how long something is taking, patience focuses on what the journey is building within you. It shifts attention away from frustration and toward growth. Instead of asking why things are slow, patience encourages you to ask what lessons are being developed during this time.